Okay, hello, I am back. So, for paint, I have done this simply because it takes a while and it's not very exciting to watch. I did these last summer quite frequently. They're just watercolor backgrounds, so all I've used is watercolor and water. And this, I take my brush, put some color, add a little water so it moves, and then, you know, blow it all around so you get those long pieces. And this is just a cheap one of those things like you can get for Tim Holtz. I think they use them for camera cleaning, dusting, but you can get them a lot of times at craft stores, or I got mine on Amazon. They're just whatever those things are called, little bulbous things that blow air. So that's what I did for this part. We're also going to use some Posca paint pens and things like that to do some mark making. So that won't be all the paint. I just chose to do this because it takes a while, like I said, and not very exciting to watch. I have used my cute little water doo-wah here. The water is in, you hold the water here, clean your brush there, and then you can get rid of the dirty water. So very cute. That was a gift for me, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that from one of you awesome subscribers, Robin. Thank you. So what I'm gonna do first, I have a little manila file folder scrap that I had, and so I just folded it. Well, it's already folded, but you know, I turned it into a little book. I have torn some pieces of dyed paper to make a tablet to go inside of here like that. You could also have them, you know, going this way, obviously not hanging out like that, but and sew them in with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but I'm just gonna probably staple them up there. So just a different way to do the little booklet to tuck into a pocket. So we're gonna work on the front of that is what we're gonna do. But first, we're going to take our Posca pens, and I have no idea how this is gonna work or what it's gonna look like, but we're just playing because paint, hello, we gotta play when we have paint. So I'm gonna just do like dots, do all different things all over this paper. And I may pause again so that, because I don't know how exciting this is to watch either. That's the only thing sometimes when you do some of these mixed media projects like this. I mean, they're super fun because it's lots of color and all those kind of things, but I don't always feel like they're that interesting. And plus my desk is a giant disaster right now, so I can remember why I don't do them a whole lot, the mixed media thing, that is. But so basically all we're going to do is make different marks on here, and they don't have to be anything specific. You can just make marks however you want. You could do stamps too, so if you're like, not really my thing, I don't like just freehanding it, or you know, whatever, then just get out some stamps that you have and use those for your marks, because that is totally great as well. So how is everybody? I hope everybody had a lovely 4th of July if you celebrate, if you're here in the States. If you're not, I hope you just had a fantastic weekend, because that is the good part, right? I need to say hugs and blessings to, I have to stop for a minute, Donna, Susan, and Diana. Thank you so much for your kind comments. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it so much. I cannot tell you how thankful I am for all of you, and welcome to new subscribers. I've got quite a few, and welcome back to continuing subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. So thank you. You guys are so sweet to me, and I do appreciate you all very much. So this is going to get torn and stuff, so that's why I'm not being super picky or like, oh, does that work going that direction or that kind of thing, because once it's torn, it's sort of like doing a collage page. You're just going to have, you know, all different bits and pieces here and there. So I just want, what I mostly want is more than just this background. I want more color and stuff like that. So yeah, we had an awesome 4th of July. It was a little hectic and crazy when we got home with all our neighborhood fireworks, but, and apparently I was wrong about Nevada. I grew up there, that's all, but I was told that you can buy fireworks, whatever, in Nevada, in Pahrump and down near Vegas. I have no idea because I did not live in either of those places. I just know we couldn't get them where we were. So anyhow, that's all I know. I only know what I know. So, but it was crazy here when we got home. We went to my husband's parents' house for dinner, and our kids came over, and we had some other friends there too. And then when we got home, because I was like, we should probably get home and make sure our house doesn't burn down. It looked like a war zone driving home too, because all that in the whole valley was just full of smoke, as you know, that's how that works. But yeah, it was a little wild until about 1:30 this morning. But it sounds like people were having lots of fun, so as long as people don't hurt themselves or each other, that's really all that matters. Let's see. I know it's hard if you have pets that are scared of it. Luckily, Pasha doesn't really care. He, I mean, he sort of looked at me a few times like, what is going on out there? But he's not like hiding or anything like that. But I know, because my sister's dog is terrified. So she has to give him some drops and put him in his bed in a dark closet to close the door so it's nice and quiet, because it just terrifies him so bad. But yeah, it was a nice 4th though. Had a good time. Do some little hashtags here. I mean, you can do anything, honestly. You can just do anything. So, like I said, it's really just for the color in the bits and pieces that you'll see of it. Let's do... yeah. We didn't do any parades or any of that because, as you all know, I mean, I'd love to see all that, but I'm not a people person, and I really struggle when it's like that. It's just too many people. It's like max overload. So... I love that people celebrate like they do. That's awesome. That makes me very happy. I don't think we have enough of that. Celebrating our country. Hopefully someday it'll get back to it. Don't know. Maybe I want some white. White would be good, huh? Oopsie. Yeah, and these Posca pins, I ordered mine on Amazon, but I'm sure if you have an art store or craft store or whatever, you can probably get them there, depending on the size of it. And then my son went to a friend's that's closer to our house than his house last night. So when he was done there, he just came home. So I got to see him this morning. So that always makes my day. But then he was gone again. That's how it goes. I do run out of ideas. I really do. I'm not that great at coming up with new things to do. I think I'll do some more of these lines. That makes a cool sound. We used to do, like, light our own fireworks and stuff, but, you know, just some little stuff that the kids would get a kick out of, little tanks that roll when you light them and all that kind of stuff. But now that the kids are older, obviously, that isn't really a thing we do anymore on 4th of July. And they loved sparklers, so they would play with sparklers. What else we could do? Some squigglies. And as you can see, I'm just grabbing colors and putting them on. I'm not really fussing about, is this color going to look okay? I mean, maybe I should do that, but I'm just going for it because, again, it's going to get all chopped up. So I'll do more of these. You can't see those very well. I might go around them with some black pen. You know, there's like a million little things that you can doodle because you sit on the phone and doodle or whatever, but for some reason when I go to do these things, I have trouble remembering what to doodle. These look like C's. The old cursive C's that nobody writes anymore. Age myself, we used to have to practice and practice and practice on line after line after line when I was a kid. Squares. Squares. This is just fun paper. Like, you could just make this paper and do fun stuff with it. It's very zen and relaxing to do this. Okay. What else? What else? I did this one, but we can do it again. I kind of feel like I want like dots in the middle of these too. I mean, you could go all out and just do all sorts of fun little things on these. You know, if you've got the time to just sit and play around. And I would definitely take more time, but I don't want it to be torturous. Of course, you can fast forward. There's always the fast forward button if it's too irksome. Those are sort of sad. That one's, I probably should have done them all with just 4. That's the only problem when you're freehanding. It can get a little weird. especially a big fat marker. Yeah, so I hope your guys' day was lovely. Ours really was. Good weather, good food, good company, you know, all those things. And a tribute to our nation. And I think I'll do just maybe some bigger white dots. I know they're kind of hard to see, but where is, I think I might try to see if these will show up better if we put just, not like a ton, but just kind of go around this, and it's going to be shaky because of the shaky hands, but it's fine. I like that look because I don't want it to look all perfectly connected and all that. I like that sort of randomness. I just think you'll be able to see these a little better, hopefully. Plus it gives you always a good contrast when you use a little bit of black because it pops with these type of colors. And so that's good. Okay. And then around these maybe. Let's do loose. Hey, you know what I've noticed around here? I don't know if it's an everywhere thing, probably not, but we have had so many ladybugs this year. Like there's a lot of summers I don't even see ladybugs. This summer I have seen so many ladybugs. So that makes me very happy. I even bought in the past ladybugs for our yard because they eat like aphids and all those little tiny bugs that eat all your stuff. So I've been very happy to see the ladybugs this year. I don't know why we have so many. Nothing's different or anything, but yeah, like one of the very first years we lived here, or after we moved here, I had to buy ladybugs because I had rose bushes, and as you all know, if you have roses, they get aphids. So just go to your local, our place is called Zamzows, but whatever you use for gardening, like getting your fertilizer or all those kind of things. I don't think like Home Depot and those places, but whatever your local place is, yeah, you can just get ladybugs. What else should we do? You're like, I have no idea. Maybe we'll do more of the little like squigglies. I think I'll pause here in a minute. Yeah, because I've already been doing this for 19 minutes. That's probably enough torture for a lifetime, right? Okay, I will pause for a minute and I'll finish up these. Actually, I don't have a whole lot left, but I'll finish up and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So this kind of needs to dry just a tiny bit. Probably should have waited to turn the camera back on, but here I am. So we're going to, I'm into this strips of paper thing now that I did that strip, those strips of paper, the paper like this. But we're going to do it with these colorful papers instead. Oh, I know what I can do while I'm waiting. Let's get this stapled in. I think I'm going to ink it with my, what do you call that? Hickory smoke. Hickory smoke distress oxide rather than the browns. So this is gray. Just for something different, and gives it a tiny bit of grunge, but it doesn't have the same look. Just thought it would be fun to have something different. Oh my word, it's hot up in here today. Well, in my craft room, because I'm right above the garage. It gets a little toasty in the afternoon in here. I did not have my act together this morning. Well, I did, but I was cutting stuff on the Glowforge, so. I'm going to, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do this. Take that and a piece of plastic. And this is just from when I cut stencils. Just so this has some kind of background too. And it would probably be better if I had a larger space. You guys probably can't even see me. I'm just getting that Distress Oxide wet. And then I'm just going to kind of dip this in it a little. Like that. And it's very wet. And see, I make the biggest mess in the world when I do these projects. Probably why I don't do them very often. I love that whole mixed media look, but man, can I make a mess. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't love cleaning it all up is the problem. It's great if you can make a mess and don't have to clean it up. But not many messes work that way. Well, none, really. I was thinking that today when I was ran to the post office, because people's driveways from doing the whole fireworks last night are covered in all the little canister thingies and all that. We used to always clean it up before we went to bed because I didn't want to wake up in the morning to that, but I get it because when it doesn't get dark here until 10 o'clock at night in Idaho. So let's just say fireworks can be a little late. Okay, that was sort of silly. I could have just like painted some on there, but anyway. All right, so I'm gonna leave that again for a minute. That was not intended, but there we are. Just have something on the inside of there that is a little bit interesting. I may put a pocket on the inside too. But for now, I'm going to tear this into some strips. And clearly, we are not going to use all of these. And this is just cheap watercolor paper. I think I've said it before. It's just, I get it on Amazon. It's meant for like kids to watercolor on. It is nothing expensive because what I do, I have some good paper, but I don't use it for stuff like this that I'm, you know, tearing up. Seems a little pointless. Call me crazy, but anyhow. I don't want to do that. Okay, kind of want, I'm going to take a piece of this. I'm going to tear this edge off. I'm going to leave a larger section too because I think I might make it into a pocket for the inside. I think that will be fun. A fun little pocket. Okay, I'm going to pause and get that dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got it dry. I just stapled that using my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. I did ink around it using the Hickory Smoke. And then we're going to do the front of this so that we may finish this video at some point today. All right. So I'm just going to take strips of this, and I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, but close. And then we're going to take a strip of book page, and it's kind of in a lighter, lightish color. I'll actually just put it under, I think. And I am going to ink this a little bit. I don't know what this is going to look like. It might look utterly ridiculous, but we're going to find out. I'm going to glue these strips down entirely rather than leaving a gap. I don't want that much of that white. That's the only thing about thicker paper like that. You get a lot more of the white interior showing. Okay, and we're going to use glue stick. I kind of want, I think I might start at this side and go across this way. I don't think it really matters. We're going to find out in a minute. If it matters. Did I ink that? Yeah, I did. Now you could just do the cute paper all the way across, but I want to break it up a little bit. But that's up to you. Probably should have used like the purple or something instead of the gray, but I thought the gray would look nice. And we're going to actually cover up quite a bit of the book page. It's just sort of a something to break it up, like I said. That's all. And you could put different colors of book page. I mean, if you're going to go with more of a neutrals, because you don't have to use the pinks and all that. If you don't want to, you could do it in more neutral colors and then use book pages that are a little bit more patinaed. My sister gave me this book recently for gluing. So I'm using pages out of it because they're kind of a lighter, I did not tear that right. They're not a dark page, they're a light page. Just thought they would go a little better with this. Part of this do I want? I mean, clearly with a little more planning, you could probably, you know, tear these closer to the right size or cut them the right size. I'm sure there's much easier ways to do it if you're forethinking. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. I just wanted the fun cuteness of the designs. And of course you could use some cute scrapbook paper too, or like that collage soup papers or whatever, if you don't want to make your own papers. But we were doing paint today and I totally didn't put the flowers in there because I'm dingy like that. Let's see. do this one. And I also forgot to tell you guys, I have a new digital, which we're going to use in just a minute, but totally spaced that as well. I'm doing good today. I like the little white swirls. They turned out pretty cool. Oh, I was going to do it the other way, huh? Kind of like it the other way. This is nice and straight at the back, so. All right. And then I have these. And some of you may have seen them already because they've been in the shop all weekend, but they're just all sorts of cute kids in costumes. They're called Collage Clips Kids in Costumes. So, because they're adorable in their cute little... Some of them are more Halloween, obviously, but a lot of them are like bugs, butterflies, all those kind of things. So, and they're all about this size, which is, I mean, obviously there's a tiny bit of variation, but I didn't do a lot of sizes because I thought right around 4 inches or so with their little antennae and things. I feel like they're good for card making. They fit on ephemera, so they're not too big, they're not too small, but there's, you know, pumpkins and ghosts, but they have that old-fashioned look more. So I don't feel like, if you definitely like the cuter rather than the scary, I feel like these are good for that. I want to use a bug today though, because I'm not doing Halloween. I'm doing, oh, she's cute. You know, I want it to be more of a summery look with those backgrounds. I don't know if I want her. I do love the bees. I love that one little boy. This guy. He's so stinking cute. I do feel like it needs something else, but I don't know what, because it's so kind of bright. I didn't think about that part. I was too busy thinking of how I was going to do the background. I don't think these go very well. It actually wouldn't be awful. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm going to just put a tiny bit of this around here. But it also comes with, I kind of did some fall papers, because if you want to use them for Halloween or whatever, I thought I would do the fall colors. But obviously you can use them with any paper you want, but it does come with 6 papers, and then there's 6 pages of the kids. I've just cut them all out already. Isn't he just the cutest? Yeah, they definitely have an old time sort of feel. That's the look they give, I feel like. All right, I'm going to use this because I want to leave a little bit of space. Oh my gosh, you guys. I did it again. These are killing me lately. I just cleaned that thing out and it's being ridiculous, and I just keep breaking the pins in the glue. Like, totally fine pen. It's killing me. How many pens can you go through? Someone mentions it's when your glue is getting old, and I don't doubt that, because I got this actually as a gift, and it's taken me a super long time to go through. It was one of those big bottles and then a small bottle to go through it all. So I'm assuming they are not wrong on that. But it's being very difficult. It goes this way. These flowers are from my For the Love of Flowers, or Love of Flowers, which is what it's called. Should have thought this one through a little more, I feel like. But this is life. Let's see. I was definitely more worried about the paint. He's so cute. It makes me laugh. Let's put just a little blue. This is Salty Ocean. I'm going to move these before we mess them up. What did I do with that? Let's put something over his face. Somebody said it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Because you know I'll just slop it all over his face. I kind of consider this like paint too, because, I mean, you can paint with it. There we go. This is what I have for paint. And then I might put a pocket on the inside, but right now we're going to move on just because it's been a while. There's that. So right now it's just a little book with papers. Okay. Set that over here to dry all the way. And try not to want to scream about my glue being difficult. All right, so then the next one is, oh my gosh, I got paint all over the paint sign and my 50 Stacks Challenge sign. Favorite movie. So my favorite movie, or one, I actually have, I told my husband this, I'm like, I have a lot of favorite movies, but probably one of my most favorite is My Fair Lady. Audrey Hepburn. I just love that movie, and probably my most favorite part is where she wears this dress as Eliza Doolittle, and this is the original sketch of, you know, the designer that designed the dress. This is his sketch. So that I got on Pinterest, and I'm sure it's under copyright, but I'm just making this one little tag, so I'm not going to stress about that. And who knows if it'll ever even get sold, because I don't know what journal I'll put it in, so it may just be a gift to someone. So I'm going to turn this into a tag. This is just obviously scrapbook paper. And I think I cut this at 3.5 by 6.5, I believe. So and I'm using the hickory smoke again. This one will go fast because it doesn't have a lot of steps. And then this is just, this was a paper pack for Christmas actually, but it was all black and white. And these stripes are kind of perfect. I probably should have cut it so they went that way, but I love, love, love that movie. But I also love White Christmas and Funny Face and An American in Paris. I love a lot of them, so, but I really like this one a lot. Cracks me up with her learning to speak proper English. Or whatever you want to call it. I know there's lots of dialects, so. She did such a great job in that movie. And this dress was fantastic. Although I'm sure wearing it was a pain. She looked fantastic. I love the designer renderings of, you know, fashion sketches. They're just one of my favorite things. And then I just have a piece of lace I'm gonna put up at the top. If I can find my scissors. I have the biggest mess on my desk. Oh my gosh. And then this one I'm going to just glue down. But I just wanted a little lace under it. So I'm just going to use glue stick for this part because it'll get held down when I put the other piece on. I'm going to scoot it down just a little so you can see it when the ribbon's up there. And that's all I have left of that ribbon. Otherwise I could have done like a bow or something, but there's not enough. My husband must have got too hot. He was sitting outside. He loves to, I mean, he doesn't sit in the sun. He sits in the shade on our patio, but he'll usually roast himself. I'm just going to put some Aleene's. And we're going to, actually, I got to figure out how big. There's one side. I want them fairly equal. Would be good. If you hear him, he's in his craft room where he does the 3D printing. These look the same. Yeah, good enough anyway. Hopefully this will stay. I don't know. I don't want a big wad of glue there, but I want it to stay. So we're gonna hold it for just a minute. Oh no, I got do that. Such a dope. Oh, come on. It's gonna have to, yeah, be difficult. gonna have to stay like that for a little bit. I can't believe I got glue on that. Don't you hate that? I'm gonna use a smaller clip. Because it doesn't want to stay there at all. Okay, well, it'll eventually dry and then we'll deal with that. But that is my favorite movie. Sorry that took me forever today, you guys. And then paint. Paint was the first one, number 5. And then 6 was a favorite movie. So I'll bring it up so you can at least see. Oh, I do have, I forgot. It says find your loveliness. That needs to go on there. And of course, everybody has a different take on that, and that's fine. This is mine. Okay, paint, favorite movie. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will talk with you again tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.